Two brave boys used their chemistry class to make rocket fuel and flushed it into the pool when they saw the head instructor approaching. Then it was obvious that they succeeded. They came to the base and prepared to launch the test. Unexpectedly, the rocket went off in the air and almost hit a black uncle who was visiting. The uncle didn't blame them and assisted in identifying the rocket's temperature problem. Regular steel couldn't handle prolonged high temperatures. They had to use SCE 1020 steel type, but the price was very expensive. In order to get the money faster, they had to take a detour and look for an abandoned railroad track and began to dismantle it one by one. Just when a few people were proud of the money they were about to make, they suddenly heard the sound of a train in the distance. Fortunately, it was just a false alarm and something happened. They used the money they got from the railroad track to buy a new steel bar. With the help of the uncle, a new rocket was born, but it exploded before it flew into the sky. After that, every day they dismantled the railroad tracks to make rockets. One after another exploded and encountered problem-solving problems with continuous improvement. They ushered in a day of success. Students got the news and came to visit 9, 8, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9. Honai and his group became more and more famous in the town. The teacher was happy for them. He hoped that Honai could participate in the science exhibition. He could win a scholarship and be noticed by the scientific team, soaring his life to the sky. Honai had future plans, but his father was unhappy when he returned home. Instead, his father advised him not to waste time on rockets. Because in his father's eyes, if a student wants to stand out, he has to play football. Maybe he can join the national team. If he can't do it, he can go to the field. Mining coal is the real thing, but Honai doesn't want to tie his fate to Merlin. There is no other way out except playing football and mining coal. In order to make his father shut up, he invited his father to come and watch the rocket launch, but his father didn't come. Instead, his mother came. The whole audience counted down in unison. The rocket successfully flew into the sky again. His mother stared at the disappearing rocket in amazement. She couldn't believe her son could actually do it. Honai and his friends used a telescope to watch where the rocket fell. Long-distance space travel still needs improvement. Before they could be happy, they ran into big trouble. The local police came to their door and handcuffed them. After the rocket launch, a forest in the direction of the rocket's fall caught fire simultaneously. The police suspected that it was caused by Honai because a scrapped rocket was found at the scene. Honai and the others were taken away without evidence to prove their innocence. Luckily, they were minors and were quickly bailed out. After that, the force started to sink into despair, always fearing that they would take off again and start another fire. Some of them backed off and set the laboratory on fire. They stared blankly and were very reluctant, but their families would not let them make rockets again. If another fire occurred, they would not bear the consequences. They felt bad. We often face misunderstandings from people around us, and we hesitate due to other people's comments. We often get confused and miss opportunities that shouldn't be missed. I hope you can have your own subjective awareness on the journey of life. Everyone's views and thoughts differ. You can convene meetings but not fully trust others' words. I wish all friends who read this a bright future.